I accidentally created the coolest medium content book for kids that could potentially earn me thousands of dollars in passive income. And it is a history book, but with a twist. So I'll show you exactly how I did it and how I plan to sell it using Amazon KDP. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. If all ancient civilizations had smartphones, imagine the selfies they would have left for posterity. Self-history, our story through selfies. Okay, that's pretty good, right? So how can you do it too? So step number 1 is to come up with a great idea. Makes sense? I'll show you where I got mine. Step 2 is use ChatGPT to further develop your idea into a medium content book. No problem there. Step number 3 is use Midjourney AI to generate the illustrations to go with the story. Number 4, use Canva to put together the book. And finally, step number 5, make some money, publish it on Amazon KDP, and hopefully make it all worth it.
Where's the money?
So let's get into step number 1. Here's the accidental part. Right when I was researching how to create an Amazon KDP product, I came across this TikTok post by Edmund's Planet. So kudos to him for pitching the idea. It showed different ancient civilizations through selfies all the way from the Egyptians to the modern day. I immediately thought this would be a fantastic idea for a history book for kids, educating about the story of different cultures through a very familiar lens. Now you might wonder, why a medium content history book? Well, because after researching Amazon for potential passive income ideas, I came across dozens of listings like this making thousands of dollars. This simple history book has made over $100,000. This one $20,000, $27,000, $18,000, so you see the pattern here. All these books have in common is their topics: science, history, and interesting facts. Now the Amazon KDP business model allows you to sell your books for free and earn a royalty for each sale. There is a big market for illustrated medium content books for kids, and with the help of AI tools, we can easily create professional looking products like these. I'll show you how. So step 2 is the content. As I mentioned before, the first step is to come up with a book idea. And here you can definitely use ChatGPT to come up with the idea for you, and you would be amazed of how good it is at it. But because I already had an idea, I immediately jumped to step 2 and asked the chatbot to come up with creative titles for the book. And some of them were really good. Then I asked for a list of the most famous civilizations of all times. And in just a few seconds, I got my answer. Then I asked the chatbot to give me a one-page general description and interesting facts about each civilization on the list. And finally, to include the ages and geographic locations of each. And just like that, I got most of the content for the book without having to do any research or writing myself. However, you do want to read the text and make sure that there are no mistakes, and also that you like the results. If you don't, you can always rerun the prompt and get a new description or a new set of interesting facts. Also, I would run it through Grammarly.com to detect potential plagiarism, and once the text is good, we can move on to step number 3. So step 3 is generating the illustrations. Now, we all know that even if you have the best book idea, it won't be good enough without illustrations. And here, you could easily pay thousands of dollars hiring an artist to create the illustrations for you. But what if I told you that all the images you see on the screen right now were generated using Midjourney AI? Of course, I didn't go back in time with a cell phone. At this point, you surely heard of Midjourney and how you can create original images by simply typing some words, also referred to as prompts. And I'll show you exactly how I crafted my prompts to get the best looking results. Just make sure to get a subscription because that will grant you commercial rights over the images you generate. So you first want to join Discord and create your own server. That's because if you generate your images on any of the existing ones, it'll take you forever to find them. So just click where it says Add Server, create my own, and choose for me and my friends. Type a name and your own exclusive server is now created. Now go to any of the existing ones and invite the Midjourney bot to yours, and that's it. You're now ready to start generating images. So just type /imagine and then your prompt. So go back to the list you generated before and copy the name of the first civilization. In my case, it was the Egyptians. And here's the tricky part. You want to perfectly describe the image with as much detail as possible to guarantee the best results. But crafting a perfect prompt is definitely a trial and error process. So after many attempts, I managed to create a template prompt that would get me the best images by simply changing a few words each time. So here it is. Feel free to use it if you want to get similar results. And then all I had to do is change the name of the civilization and the description of the surrounding context to get a similar selfie with an entirely different culture in it. After an image has finished generating, 2 rows of buttons will appear: U1, U2, U3, and U4, and V1, 2, 3, and 4. U buttons upscale the image you like, and V buttons create 4 new variations similar in style and composition to the selected image. I like image number 1, so I upscaled it, right-clicked on it, and saved it to my device. So I basically repeated the same process for all the civilizations on my list. Copied the name from ChatGPT, replaced it in the prompt, and then changed the description of the surroundings. If you need help describing the surroundings, you can always ask ChatGPT to give you a proper description. And after about 30 minutes, I generated all the illustrations for my book without having to spend a ton of money. And I'm actually quite amazed with the results, so please let me know in the comments what you guys think. So step 4 is the layout. So now that we got the images, I'll show you how to combine them with the text generated using ChatGPT to create a professional looking book. So head on to canva.com, and here's where the book is going to take shape. I always like to start with the book cover because that is the first thing that people will see. But first, we need to choose the book size, and the best way to do that is to check your competitors' listings. So here, for example, we can see that the book size they're using is 6 by 9 inches. Head to Google and search for Amazon KDP cover calculator. Open the first link and fill in the required information. When you're done, click on Calculate Dimensions and then Download Template. At the downloading, you'll see a PNG and a PDF file. Open the PDF file and copy the dimensions you see on the screen. After that, go back to Canva and create a custom design with the dimensions you got from the template. But what I like to do before I start designing is to upload the PNG file and drag it into my template. Then press Shift+R and you'll notice a ruler appears on the screen. Use the ruler to create guidelines based on the template to ensure your design fits correctly. And once you do that, you'll be ready to start designing. So I spent about an hour, and here's how my cover turned out. I kept it very simple. On the front cover, we got the book name followed by an illustration generated using Midjourney. And on the back cover, there is another AI generated image followed by a short description. And if everything looks fine, just download the cover as a PDF print. Now we can move on to the next step, which is designing the book pages based on the content we generated previously in ChatGPT and Midjourney. Start by uploading the AI generated images to Canva. Then you can simply drag and drop your first image into the template. Now go back to ChatGPT, copy the corresponding description, and paste it on top of your image. You can now adjust the text as you like. You can change the color, the font, add shadows, and more. I really like Canva because it's beginner friendly and it doesn't require any design skills. And it's also free to use. When you're done, click here to duplicate the template. This will save you a lot of time because now you can add the new image and text while the style remains the same. After that, all you need to do is replicate the same process in all the pages of your book, and once you're done, save the book as a PDF print. Anyway, after about 2 hours of work, I finished my book. And here's what I managed to create. I started with a welcome page which introduces the book and its approach to history. Then, I created another page that explains to parents the objective of the book, which is to make history more relatable and approachable and therefore more engaging. And following that, we have the contents page. As for the main content, I kept the layout super simple. We have a main selfie of each civilization with their name as a title and their time period. And then a second page with another AI generated image followed by a short description. So step 5 is the publishing. So if you follow through, congratulations, you've just created your first medium content book successfully. And there is only one step left to start making passive income, which is to publish the book on Amazon KDP. Now, I don't want to make this video super long, so I'll show you guys how to do that in an upcoming episode. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really makes a huge difference. You guys are the best, and I'll see you next week.
Say my name.